6 a.m. I have to drive up to near Seattle, and it's gonna be about 2.5, 3 hour drive, hopefully, depending on traffic. I'm going to a Nickelback concert. I met a pretty nifty fucking Egirl on Kick Live. Kick. And, we became pretty good friends, and now we're gonna meet and go watch Nickelback. So this should be pretty nifty.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get going for you?
Hi there, can I get a white chocolate venti?
What was that?
Oh, can I get a white chocolate venti?
Yeah, you want like a venti white mocha?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That should do it.
Beautiful. We'll see up here.
Alright, thank you. So, they fucked up my order. And, it's not what I wanted. But, this is not the first time they fucked up my order. But that's okay. Hopefully. I know that when I go back over this video and, or if I ever show my mother, so shout out to future mom and me, who are probably gonna have a giggle, but she made a little fit about me driving away after getting a fucked up Starbucks order from the same place. And, that's okay. Not at all what I wanted, actually. But it's okay. I just need caffeine. Yeah, they gave me a hot coffee, and I'm like, oh, sorry, it was supposed to be a cold one. And they're like, oh, okay. Cause usually it's like, go, going on I-5 right now. Oh, Jesus. God damn it, everyone who was warning me about traffic. Oh, Jesus Christ. That sucks, dude. It's gonna be a minute. Anyways, yeah, so they gave me a hot coffee, and I'm like, oh, no, it needs to be cold. And they're like, oh, okay, so they just made me fucking the same thing, but put ice cubes in it. Instead of, with the whipped cream and all the good stuff. And we are now on I-5. Going, 15 miles an hour. Fucking cool, dude. I gotta sit in this shit. Let's watch the reverse traffic real quick. Hell yeah. Now I just need to stay on this for the next 135 miles. Cool. Give fun little updates as time goes on. Oh yeah. So no, mom made a little fit about. I'm tired, by the way. May I mention I haven't gone to sleep yet. I tried going to sleep at midnight. Okay. And I don't know if it's just because I'm excited for the concert or just insomnia. It fucking kicked my ass last night. And I tried sleeping, my eyes were closed the entire time. I don't think I actually slept. I think it was just me with my eyes closed, having vivid imaginations, which is technically the same as sleeping and dreaming, but I wasn't asleep. It was I was just laying there fucking trying to fall asleep. And then my mind likes to play tricks on me a lot. And so I was like, God damn it, I really need to get some sleep. And my mind was like, hey, what if we just hyper-fixate on the fact that you can't sleep? And then let's make it annoying for you. And let's have the dream that we're having just be really fast-moving objects spinning around and doing crazy shit that it's really hard to wrap your mind around and comprehend what you're looking at. You're spinning around in circles and trying to focus on the environment around you. It was kind of what my mind was doing at 4 in the morning when I was trying to get some sleep. And I was like, okay. So I sat up and I'm like, no, I can't sleep like that. brain fuck off with that imagination and try to get more sleep. And then I don't think I slept. I think I just rested. I did not get into REM. I did not get into deep sleep in any way, shape, or form. So it's gonna be a coffee day. Luckily, I don't really have to do much other than fucking drive almost 200 miles, meet with a friend for the first time, meet their parents, and then go to a Nickelback concert all day, and then go back, and I'm gonna stay the night at their parents' house tonight. So, and hopefully not get murdered by them. Although, truthfully, they're probably more concerned about bringing a random guy that she met over a kick to her house. So it's a double-edged sword. I trust them. They seem like a nice family. But, you know, you gotta love that paranoia, anxiety brain going on in the background. But anyways, I'm just gonna focus on traffic for a while, and I'll jump in if there's any nifty things going on. Oh boy, I'm now in Washington. Hell yeah, boys. Wait, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Leaving Portland. Hold on. Hold on.
Welcome to Washington.
Fuck yeah, bruh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. She is surprisingly taller than a fucking bot. Hell. Much better. Progress.
You're covered in shit.
I know. Yes, I am. Well, 2 hours later. Hell yeah.
We set the beeper off.
You dying over here?
I'm dying.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cool. All good?
throw shit at me. First fucking song. You throw shit at me, we're gonna walk and I'm gonna let 20,000 people kick the fuck out of you. Now that we got that out of the way, is it ever nice to be back on stage? This looks like a crowd that's been doing a little tailgating. That's what I like to see. Alright, let's bring out Rob Dawson. Let's get Rob Dawson out here, Mike's bass. Feels like we can get naughty now that the fucking sun's gone down. It's like, okay, nobody's looking. Just always feels like you can get away with more shit when the sun goes down, doesn't it? I'm hearing a lot of the ladies screaming. Ladies, where are you? Let me hear you. Well, I'd love to say that this one's for the ladies, but when I look at the crowd, I see the dudes singing just as loud as anybody else, so this one's for everybody, it truly is. We're going back to that same record. We'll see if you guys know the words to this one. We'd love to hear you guys singing at the top of your lungs. Here we go. Just one chance, just one friend. some old school shit. That's old.
I think that one turned 25 today.
Yeah, that's from a record way. That's from back in the 90s. So everybody back there on the hill that's going, I think this is a new one. That's some old school shit. Okay, now, I made it this far. I'm fucking thirsty and I want a shot. You guys have got a hell of a head start on me here. I gotta try and catch up fast. Washington! Cheers! I love it when Jaeger bombs are on the fucking menu. Alright, let's get into some silly shit here. 90% women in the front row here. Fantastic. It's really good for my ego. Oh, boobs are coming out already. Jesus Christ. I feel like I owe you money, sweetheart. Oh, Lord. I can tell by the way those things are bouncing up and down that Mama gave those to you. Your son's here. I love that. Just watching Uncle Chad talk about boobs in the front row.
Yeah.
That shit never gets old!
My son's probably going, where?
You guys really came alive on that last song. Everybody started showing what your mama gave you. Starts to feel like a Motley Crue concert in here. I fucking love it. I think we're gonna jam a little tune. Somehow made its way into a superhero movie. Sound like you almost went into fucking Stairway to Heaven. This next song's called Hero. We'd love to hear you singing along. Okay. Oh, fuck. Can we just kind of chill on the fog machines a little bit here? It's a little rough when I can't even see the front fucking row. It's not like we're hotboxing anything good up here. Let's jam someone else's shit. Let's get a little jam session going on here. I moved just close enough, I think. Oh, there. Now you've got your own spot. We can separate. There we go. Ryan pulled out a mandolin, which looks like a regular sized guitar that just came out of the fucking dryer. Alright, let's give this one a go. Give this one a shot to see if anybody recognizes this little number. Here we go. Thank you so much!
Come on, do it.
Now that was a new one we stuck in there on you.
Yeah, give us an oldie. Give us an
Like
oldie.
your mom used to put vegetables and shit you didn't want to eat and then you found out you liked it.
Feed it to us. Feed it to us.
Has anybody heard any of our new shit?
Oh, come on. That's why we're here, brother. Come on.
There's a positive response. Mr. Pink, should we get more intimate with the crowd? Should we get 6 feet closer? This is way more intimate. I like this.
Hey.
There. All the way to here.
All the way to the
6 feet into the sky. You feel it, right? You can feel it? So intense.
Hey, you make them.
There's a lot of people up there on the grass. I mean, you're probably on more than just grass, but there's a lot of people on the lawn. Hello, everybody on the lawn! It's a lot of humans. A lot of humans. I'll be opening up the Victoria's Secret after this.
If I come up, I'm in your way. Just tell me.
Go, man, don't worry.
Ladies are freeing themselves. They're like, fuck it, it's summer, we're at a concert, we're taking my bra off and letting my tits out. That's it. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, they're coming in droves here. Ryan, I think they want you to reciprocate. Pull your dick out. Listen.
Let's not turn this PG-13 into
NC-17. I was dying to see your response because I know your fucking wife's here.
What do you think, honey? No? No. I don't think so.
Alright. Well, what we do want to do is we want to get everybody fucking singing. You'll know the theme to the night. It's just a big, great big Washington fucking karaoke right here. Let's take this beautiful bastards.
Oh, you're good.
Should we get this one started and see if they're going to sing along?
This is where I grew up. I think the president fixed it up.
Give us the light show. Come on. Get your cell phones out. Get your flashlight on. There we go. That looks great.
Sorry. I don't mean that. I'm trying to hit this. Same as you.
Hey, buddy. Hey, she's looking at me, man. You back away a little bit?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much! Okay, I'm gonna have to get the summer collection with the light stand here. It's starting to look like a fucking Christmas tree. Jesus, there's a lot. Daniel, you've got your own brothel. Just full of them today. Have you seen Jesus? Ma'am, you might need that one back. Speaking of backs. Oh, ever go on TikTok? Like every fourth fucking thing I see on TikTok is someone screaming at their cat going, look at this fucking cat. And for some reason it just popped into my head and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna see what this sounds like. So I went for a look at this fucking cat. There you go. It's either that or look at this graph. Also a good one. See? Well, what do you want to do?
Hey, give us your radio, baby.
Should we do karaoke? Let's do some karaoke. Your little rock star karaoke?
I think last time I got a big winner.
You did. That kid you pulled up last time fucking killed it. Running all over the stage, singing the fucking words, just crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Anybody want to come up here and sing one with us? You know the words?
You gotta kinda know the words.
You know the words? You don't know the words. Come on up here. I'm just starting to think about all the lyrics in this song and I'm bringing it up. Come on. Let's bring that kid up here. I'm starting to think of this song. This kid's gonna be singing about Playboy bunnies and drug dealers. They haven't canceled us by now. They're not gonna cancel us fucking this time. It's just no fucking life. You can't cancel this fucking band. Hello. What's your name? Wyatt? Give it up for Wyatt! By the way, you got great fucking surfer hair. Great hair, dude. I'm Dad, don't even cut that cloth. That's good fucking hair right there. So check it out, do a chit-chat. Okay, do you know the words? You don't know too fucking know the words either. Be fine. Can you read?
Yeah.
Come here. See that right there? I just read those right there. You see what's standing in line? You got this. You nailed it. You got this. I know you got it. Just do what I do every time, like, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees comes on. Just winging it. Pretty much just making it up as I go. You're gonna be fine, right? During the performance, you won't be fine after this. Your parents are gonna put you in therapy, that's for sure.
We're cheering for you, man. You got this.
It's your first time, I'm a little jealous. Here we go. I think your life's gonna be just fine, Wyatt. get your devil horns in the air. That's pretty much it.
Those words go by really fast, don't they, Mike? I wanna be red like this. Without the tassels, hire everybody rising up to beat up labels. On the past, I can meet my meals for free. I'm gonna dress myself with the latest fashion, get a front door key to the Playboy mansion. This ain't goes, loves to know my money for me. I'm gonna trade this life for more champagne. Never cut Wyatt's hair and change my name. 'Cause we all rock stars living in top down to 50 bucks. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny and we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars. In the money I'll be with the movie star. Every good young woman's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a big blonde hair. And we'll ride around in the private rooms. The latest dictionary and today's who's who. Get you anything with that evil style. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Hey, Wyatt's a rock star. Songs that are fantasy. My ears from his mask is singing. Washed up singers running on my song. They're singing every night so I don't get them wrong. 'Cause we all just do wanna be big rock stars. We're living hilltop houses, driving 50 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We all stay skinny 'cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars. In the VIP with the movie stars. Every good York kid's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a big blonde hair. And we'll hang out in the private rooms. The latest dictionary and today's who's who. Get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Hey, I wanna be a rock star. Let me hear you. Give it up for that little rock star right there.
Very welcome. Good manners on this kid. Like that. Turns to me, looks straight up at me, just goes, "Thank you very much." Bradley, I'll give you Wyatt's microphone. Let's get that child safely back out to his parents. There's a parental unit up there.
No, I made it on the TV.
You made it on the TV?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
This is a new part, but I think you guys will catch on and you'll know where to sing at the end of the song. All right, help me out here. Ready?
Get him going, Ryan. Get him going. We got him.
Let me hear you. One more time. Nice and loud.
feel like fucking keeping this, the big sing-along going is far more important. Not like you, say sorry.
We're sorry.
Next time I'm
Fighting. You're having you a hard work breaking. And I'm laying down to the bottom of every bottle. My words in my head scream, are we having fun yet?
we haven't fun yet. should get into something heavy. Should play something a little aggressive. I say we burn it to the fucking ground.
So
fucking awesome. Yeah. So, Nickelback concert?
Yep. It was great.
Quality content. Okay. Okay. All right. Hey! I got you. Right. I know, right? Yeah. Sorry. Got it? Got it?
I can go faster than you can.
Hell yeah, man, do it.
Yeah. Do it on the rail.
Like a clam trail.
Is there an exit?
I'm sorry. Parents are right over here. Well, you came out with no bruises, so I don't think you get jacked in the face.
Bruises. Just a lot of other people's sweat.
A lot of sweat, spit. I can't wait to show you the video. Like, you literally see me go in rage mode for a second. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? A little bit.
A little bit.
No, because I was like, oh, okay, you know, he's doing his thing, whatever, and then I saw you were uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, no, fuck this shit. There they are.
Rolling on this gentleman's car.
Oh, why not?
No rolling.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Are we going that way? Yeah, we have to go. How about you shut the fuck up? How about Sam? Can we go? You won't hit us?
Y'all have been waiting patiently. Are you the bitch on the horn?
No.
No, that's some dumb truck.
That's fucking stupid.
I've been sitting here like horn works, try the lights, or horn blows. Does the driver? Fucking stupid shit.
Yep. We're all sitting here waiting patiently. Like, what the fuck?
It ain't worth getting worked up over.
Right? No.
Yeah, it's a 2-lane highway. We ain't getting fucking out of here.
Last time I was here, it was for Jason and Aldi. We didn't get out there.
Fucking loser. Oh, fucking sick, bro. Fucking sick, bro. Fucking sick, bro. We just totally pulled over on the side of the road here. This little.
Go potty.
Go potty.
Go potty.
We took some grocery pictures. Oh, this is a pretty nice back road here. You know, exploring Olympia a little bit and. Daddy's cummies. Wait.
Just a little splurt.
Welcome to Oregon.
Hell yeah, boys. Holy fuck. Get fucked, I-5 South, you little stinker doodly doodly doos. Look at that. Glad I'm not in that lane. No, no, no. I'm heading north. Motherfucker! Goodbye, Oregon. And hello, Washington.
Welcome to Washington.
Fuck yeah, welcome to Washington.
Cinnamon, I'ma scribble this shit and shit while Sid is telling me that she's been getting intimate with man Sid. Shut the fuck up. Here's the number to my therapist. She'll tell him all your problems. He's fucking awesome with listening. Apocalypse.
What tarnation's going on around these here parts? Looks like there's one of them no good for nothing fires going on, but oh fuck. Oh shit, I see what the fuck happened. Fucking car hit another car and fucking flipped off the side of the road and caught on fire. Jesus. Oh well, I don't think you guys saw that, but
Dixie, inside. Okay.
it's a friend.
Hold on, I'm gonna take it to the next level.
Hey, hey, Winky, it's okay, it's a friend. Is it a friend? Oh, he's a douchebag. Yeah, they're friends.
Yeah, he's a good boy, Mr. Winky. He's a good boy. We don't want to get tangled up here. Coheed, it'd be nice.
This is adorable. I'm so... Winky is so antisocial. I'm so happy that he's being cool with him. He's like, dog's ass? I haven't smelled that in years. You can't see the stars. Fucking cool.
I'm fucking tired.
That's cool. I like that. Or no?
Crows.
Crows? What
Those
are
are crows.
Well, what are crows doing by the ocean like that?
Hanging out.
Hanging
Actually, those are not crows. Those
See?
are- no, those are some sort of duck. I do believe.
I was gonna say crows don't do shit like that. But that's cool. Damn it, bird! What the fuck?
You just ran over a fucking bird!
Dude, this fucking bridge is covered in dead birds, and I'm like, dude, bird, don't you fucking do it. And it just jumped in front of my fucking car. And damn it, bird! Look at this. More dead birds.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, that sucked. Damn it,
Holy
bird.
shit.
More dead birds. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. They made a fucking heart. That's cool as shit. Fucking sick. Thoughts?
Good.
Good? That's good?
You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the hole so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement. You fell asleep in my car, I drove the whole time. But that's okay, I'll just avoid the hole so you sleep fine. I'm driving here, I sit, cursing my government for not using my taxes to fill holes with more cement.
Well, we're stuck at the Van Doozer. Yeah.
I can't see.
I can't see either.
I left my sunglasses in the car.
Yeah, bitch. Having fun there? What? Having fun? Nice. Fucking sick, bro.
Fucking sick, bro.
So you're cold but dormant.
I'm cold, but I don't want to leave. Wipe it off now. Sebastian, wipe it off right now. I can't believe you just did that. Wipe that.
I had to go back and get towels because the bitch is cold. There she is. Fucking loser. What? Oh, sand? I was just thinking, you use that as a fucking blanket on the beach. You're gonna be sandy.
I just wasn't expecting to stick my hand in my pocket and find a whole beach.
Well, that's because you're retarded.
Oh my goodness. That was
Why is there a weasel right there?
He's like, I want to go home, but you guys are in my way.
I've never seen a weasel here before.
You don't need to chase it. That was amazing.
That's sick. Now let me recreate this video because someone didn't like the way the video looked originally. Look at the cute dog. It was so humble and cute originally, and then look at us. There we go. Isn't that cute? Aw. Perception. Yeah, it's good, right?
Why have you done this?
It's good. Did I like it?
I hate you. He's a poser.
Wait. I'm a cool guy now. Oh, dude.
You just smacked him out of my hand.
No.
You stay.
They called me at 11:30 last night.
Yeah. She was. Everyone started choking. And there's nothing I can do, so I wanted to try calling. She didn't answer.
Yeah, I've got a sleep timer on mine where it goes in do not disturb mode after nightfall.
Gotcha. I don't think I'll be seeing Sierra again.
Good.
So I just want to say thank you for all your hospitality and everything that.
Alright.
Pleasure knowing you. Yep. And the computer was in the right here. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Let's find out. Okay. Well, there we go. Sitting on top of my roof in the middle of the desert on a dirt road. And yeah. I'm not really making this video for anyone. I'm not making this video to, like expose or attack or anything like that. This is my own therapy. This is what I need to get over and move on. I've been avoiding making this video for a while now, just because it hurts. And I feel like once I make it, it means that it's officially over and done with, and I wasn't ready, am not ready, still not ready. But it needs to be done. I need to move on. This is really hard for me. And I'm not making this to cause drama or talk shit, or I need to get out of my head. I need to get out of my system. And I feel like I can't move on without finishing this, because this is like the last chapter of it, last section of it. And so, if yeah. So basically me and Egirl, we were I met her on Kick Live. Probably should have been the red flag to begin with, but yeah, I was just browsing and going through, and I stumbled upon her stream, and I made a racist joke, and she thought it was funny, and I'm like, wow, she's the first person to actually have a personality. And it's kind of cool as shit up here. But yeah, so and so I'm like, wow, she has a personality. And so we started talking and became good friends, and one thing led to another, and we were talking for like 10, 12 hours a day, every day, for like 4 or 5 months. And, okay, I'm gonna get down. It's cold. I tried to be unique. I always wanted to always sit on my roof, but right now it's cold as shit. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, I ended up really liking her, and things were going well, and I I thought she liked me back, and we became really good friends, and we made a little good group going, and things were actually going really well. She introduced me to a lot of good people, and I introduced her to a lot of my friends, and I'm sorry, this is really hard for me. I haven't talked about it really since we left, and happened over almost 2 months ago, and it still hurts to think about it. One of the reasons I moved was to get away, and I just want to get away from everything, so I moved down to the middle of a fucking desert. And things are nice here, I suppose, and I'm happy enough, I suppose, but just any time a memory or a thought or whatever just pops up and it's about her, it's just, I get so full of sadness and anger and rage and depression, and then I get in my head and I start cycling, and it just starts spiraling, and if I'm not distracted or get my mind off it, I just shut down. So I just don't think about it. I try not to. And, there's little things that remind me of her, and then it just fucks with me. So anyways, yeah, we again, I'm not making this for anyone. I'm not making this for her. I'm not making this for any of my followers or, people. And I'm sure I'm going to get shit on by random people. Be like, oh, ha, 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 fuck you. No. That's not the point. This is for me. And only for me. My head is my head's all over the place right now. I loved her. I really did. So I started making this vlog video of me meeting her, and we went to a Nickelback concert, and you just hit it off. Everything just was right. Everything felt right. Everything about her, from who she was online to who she was in person, just everything was perfect about her. And there was a really strong connection, and I always am really, I don't really show my emotion that much, or I think I don't, at least. And so I don't get emotional. I don't really ever cry. I don't You know, I feel random bursts of happiness, and I feel anger and sadness and rage just all the time, and I just feel like I'm always putting on a mask to blend in with society. But around her, I didn't have to. I could be myself, whether I was happy or sad or whatever, and I thought that she accepted me, and I accepted her stuff that she had going on with her. And anyways, so, you know, I stayed the night of her house after the Nickelback concert, and her parents were really nice, and I have nothing but respect for them. Rough around the edges for sure, but you can see that they really do care, and I really respect that. It felt good seeing a family, like a mom and dad and whatever, you know. It was nice. And they, you know, they have, you know, some good family traditions, and it just, you know, it was nice. And they treated me nicely, and they let me sleep they brought out a cot, and I slept in the living room. And the next day after the concert, me and her, we went for a drive, and we went up around at the time I was living in Portland, and she was outside Seattle, and so it's about a 2 to 4 hour drive. I didn't too, because I drove fast. And so we went up and we're trying to go around the I don't know what you call it, the Olympic Forest, and we're trying to go around there, and you know, it was nice. And then I ended up taking her back home, and then I went and drove home, and I went back to visit her again, and she we were planning on, let me set you up on my thing right here. We were planning on meeting each other again. We weren't dating, we weren't, you know, anything, but she told me and I told her both in messages that we both really liked each other, and we really wanted to be with each other. Issue was that she had a boyfriend, an online boyfriend, who was treating her like shit. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's not really real, so, you know, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, and I'm not gonna tell you to, you know, do whatever, but I hope that, you know, you go with me. And she ended up and I knew from talking to her over the months that things were going downhill with her in her relationship, and I knew it wasn't gonna last. I told her from the get-go, I'm like, from what you're telling me is I can tell this relationship is not gonna last, and, you know, but I was still a friend. I was, you know, helping her. And I went and she called me one night while I was at work, and just crying on the phone, sobbing and losing her shit, telling me that she needs me. And so I left work in the middle of my shift. Well, it was like the last 2 hours of my shift. I told them that I had an emergency and I had to go, and they let me go, and I drove as fast as I could up there, and she broke up with her boyfriend, or her boyfriend broke up with her, and I drove up there, and I just knew I just needed to be with her, and she needed to be with me, and not in a relationship dating way, it's just a, you know, comfort wise, and it was maybe selfish of me, and maybe it was led to the downfall of our relationship, but you know, I saw as my window of opportunity that I need to make my move, because I don't want to lose her. I've been in situations before where the girl I had interest in, and I was just too pussy or too scared to make a move, and so I was scared to lose her because I loved her, and And at this time, she told me that she loved me. And I don't use that word lightly. I don't, even when I'm dating other girls, I'm just like, you know, it's not something, I don't say I love you. I don't. It's a thing, it's not something I just toss around. It's something like I don't say unless I mean it in my heart. And I have very little space of love to give. And I'm so, from past trauma and experiences, I'm so built walls up around me for my own safety and for my own heartbreak and everything, which isn't the greatest, but it's what I have to do to survive. And so when I told her I loved her, I meant it. It wasn't just oh, I love you, haha. It was a no, I love you, like, you know. And she said it back, and I was thinking about adding our screenshots of our chat together and put it in just to show, like, you know, but I didn't want to like involve that much of our thing together. I wouldn't even call it a relationship because we weren't dating, and that's the whole thing, is this, we weren't dating, so it's like, why am I this attached? Why am I this held up on it? And it's just, you know. And anyways, so I drove up there, and she told her parents that she was gonna go camping with me for the weekend, and just to get away from everything. And so I drove up, and she had her bags and camping supplies and stuff and whatnot, and the minute I saw her, I pulled up next to her, I jumped out of the car, I ran over, I picked her up, and I gave her a big hug, and put her in the seat, got in the car, and drove away. And no, sorry, that was the week after. So, sorry, let me rewind a bit. Before she broke up, right after the concert, I was like, I want to see you, let's hang out again. Let's go camping. And so I went to go see her, and we went, and we were still just, you know, we both already exchanged that we loved each other, and we really wanted to be with each other. We just never made any actual moves about it, because she was in a relationship, and I didn't want to put her in a situation where she was going to cheat on her boyfriend, and I didn't want her to make a move on me, because I didn't want her to cheat on her boyfriend for me, because if she was going to cheat on him, then she might cheat on me in the future. And I wanted it to be, if she wanted me, I wanted it to be a real thing, and I didn't want it to just be a fling or whatever. And so we went, I picked out a spot called Camp Disappointment. I didn't tell her where we were going. I told her parents where we were going, but I didn't tell her. I wanted to be a surprise, and we drove, it was down to basically the Oregon coast, and it was just outside Astoria. And we went there, and we didn't get any reservations, and we didn't pay for our camp parking, so we just drove into the campground, and then we drove in down this road, and then we pulled off on the side of the road inside the campground, and then we just set up the bed in the back of the car. We folded the seats down and then made a little bed out of it, and then me and her, because we were going to go see the Aurora Borealis, that was the whole plan. And so we were like, hey, let's just go outside and look at the stars and shit, and jumped on the hood of the car, and we got underneath the blankets, and we were, it was like a really romantic moment, and we were looking at shooting stars, and so we had this thing, she had this thing, and instead of saying something's cute, we say that's gay, like that's super gay, or that's gay of you, you know. And we both saw a shooting star. I was looking this way and she was looking that way, and we both saw it, and we both looked, and we caught each other's eyes, and I said, you know, be really gay of me right now? And she said, what? And then I leaned in and kissed her, and kissed her on a shooting star. And that was it was nice. And we and then she instantly went and started cuddling, and so we got in the back. We got in the back, and we just cuddled and kissed and held hands, and then I drew her, and we were drawing in the back, and it was just nice. It felt real. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel, you know, I didn't feel like I was manipulating. I didn't feel like she was manipulating. It just felt like we were just happy together, and we're just letting things be natural and flowing. And next morning, we went on a hike. I looked out the window and I saw this really cool lighthouse, and I was like, hey, we only got like maybe 2 hours of sleep, or 1 hour actually. So we were both exhausted, and I was just like, hey, there's a cool thing. Let's go check it out. And so I drove while she slept in the back, and while I drove around and to the lighthouse, and we held hands the whole time, and we didn't want to let go of each other's hands. And then got her up, and we went for a hike in this old World War II fort, I think. And went hiking through the trees, and every time we stopped, we kissed, and it was cute, or as she used to call it, gay. And then we started hiking more, and we stopped, and we watched the sunrise, and, you know, we cuddled, and it was like, we just couldn't get off each other, basically. And it was perfect. The best way I could say it was just perfect. And we couldn't go up all the way up the hill because it was too steep, and we were both too tired. So we turned around, and we held hands for 5 hours. And every time I stopped at a stoplight or whatever, we went in for a kiss real quick, and then we stopped at this little campground again on the way, and we went for a small hike, and then we so skip ahead to a week later, and that's when she broke up with her boyfriend, and I picked her up, and I was like, this is my moment. I have to make a move. I have to make this. And maybe that's why, because I was trying too hard to make it a thing. Maybe I was forcing it. Maybe she says she wasn't ready, and that she needed time to heal, and she didn't want to bring me down with her. But that's the thing with love, is if someone's struggling, you don't just abandon them. you go down with them. And so we went to her brother's and stayed up, and hanging out, and her brother was really nice, and we went and slept in the room, and anyways, we ended up having sex, and which was fine. It was cool. But it was she when we were cuddling and laying with each other, she was laying on my bladder all night, and so once we started the deed, I had to go pee, and I stopped, and I went to the bathroom, and I came back and was ready to start up again, and she received a text or a call from her ex-boyfriend, and she was crying, and so I was like, wanted to be there for her and comfort her, and I was all about her needs and her wants, and I wanted to make sure she was happy and she was comfortable. And I knew she was sad. And I knew I should have known that she was just needing a rebound, or that she wasn't mentally ready or there for a relationship. And I should have had my anxiety, paranoid mind kick in and be like, think rational, she's not in a good headspace, and I'm just a person that she needs to feel better with. And that's fine. If she said from the get-go she wasn't wanting it, and she just wanted a body to fuck around with and not to get emotions attached and feelings attached, then that's fine. I would have been like, okay, that's cool, we can fuck around and have fun. It doesn't need to be anything serious. I would like for it to be, but that's okay. I don't need it to be. But she made it seem and feel like it was much, much more than just fucking around and having fun. And I can't blame her for that. I want to be mad at her. I want to be mad at her, and I want to blame everything on her, and I want to be angry. I want to be angry at her, but I can't. And I feel like that's one of my struggles, and why it still fuck with me, is because all my past relationships ended because it was always me going with some crazy fucking bitch, and some crazy fucking thing happens, and it's some explosive ending. And this wasn't explosive. It was just over. And I'm not used to that. And anyways, she introduced me to her family, and so I wanted to introduce her to mine. So I drove her back down to the Oregon coast and had her meet my mom, my aunts, my uncles, and my great-grandmother. And again, the whole way, for like 10 hours more, we were just holding hands the entire time. And I do this thing when I drive, and I tap my fingers along to the beat of the music, and I play drums, basically. And, I was, holding her thigh, or I was holding her hand, or, and we had our arms interlocked, and just didn't let go of each other the entire time. And, even when our palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms were heavy, I just... And so, anyways, got to my mom's, and she met the family, and everyone liked her, and she liked them, and it was nice. Bringing home a girl to the family felt nice. You know, it was good. And we ended up going camping again at the beach. Or we went down to the beach out front of my mom's house, my family's house, and there was that's where the sunset video is, and you know, that's there has only been a very small handful of times where I have felt true bliss, true happiness, true genuinely whole, where none of my issues, none of my past, none of my future, nothing stressful, nothing bad, nothing hurtful, trauma, none of that affects me, and I'm just warm. I'm just in love. Love is the best way I can describe it. And when we were sitting there on the beach, holding hands and cuddling, my head was resting on hers, and she was resting on mine, and watching the sunset, that was probably one of the happiest moments of my entire life. And not just saying that, it genuinely was one of the most happiest moments of my life. It was like, I did it, you know, I made it. You know, all this bullshit in my life, every bad thing that's ever happened to me, and every bad reaction I've ever done, it's all led up to this point, and you know, it was worth it. It was worth it, and I would do it all over again just so I could be with her again, and be in that moment again. And we drew on each other, and it was just perfect. And we went to go to our campsite, and we actually purchased, we found a $20 bill on the ground, and that's exactly how much it needed to pay for a reservation. So we used that money. She found it, so she used that to pay for a ticket. And so we went camping, and after that camp, we went back to my mom's house and hung out for a minute, and then I took her back to my town that I lived in, and she I got her lunch, and she started getting sad because her boyfriend texted and called her again, her ex-boyfriend, and so she started crying. And then a fucking douchebag Onyx, he reached out, her friend douchebag guy, he reached out to her and was like trying to tell her what to do and control her life, and she got mad and told him not to control her life, and I was just there for her. I didn't talk. I tried to give her words of encouragement, but I was just there for her. A shoulder to cry on. And took her to the park. I took her to my happy place that I would go to when I was stressed out, down at the park. And we just sat next to a tree and just listened to music. For like 3 hours, we just laid there in the side, like quietly and not talking, and just listening to music. And just being there for her. And then her parents called and was like, hey, traffic's getting fucked. If you're gonna come back tonight, you need to make sure you start leaving so that you can make it and not get stuck in traffic. And so we drove back up to her house, and brought her mom. Oh, when I went up to go see her for the first, when she broke up with her mom, with her boyfriend, it was her mom's birthday, and her mom was mad that I was taking her away on her birthday, and I felt bad, and I asked her what's her favorite cake, and she said her favorite cake is German cake, and I tried looking for, I went to like 5 different stores, couldn't find German cake, so I got a chocolate piece of cake, and I got some kraut, and I gave it to her, and I'm like, here you go, German cake. And that made her happy, and they really enjoyed that. Anyways, so took her back to her mom's house, her dad's, and we stayed up all night playing video games and watching movies, and I hit a vape for the first time, and I started vaping with her, and then she went to sleep in her room, and I stayed on the couch. I would have wanted to go sleep in her room with her, and she wanted me to as well, but I didn't want to disrespect her family by doing that, so I stayed on the cot. And then in the morning, her mom had to go run some errands, and so she has a little brother who's like 5 years old, and he's a handful, and so they asked if I can help babysit with her, and so we're just watching Avatar: Last Airbender, and I was playing with the kid and shooting guns with each other, like airsoft, whatever, Nerf guns. And at one point, I'm on the couch, and she's laying on my shoulder, and we're cuddling, and then her brother jumps and he starts cuddling next to me as well, and he that's something I guess he likes to do, and I had them both in my arms, and for a moment I was like, this is what I want, and this is what I want with her. And I had this, I saw my future of being with her and having a kid of our own, and I'm sure that was probably too soon, and I wasn't saying I want to have a kid now, because I'm not ready to have a kid right this moment, but it felt right that's what it was going to be. And I just saw my future. And I was happy. I was excited for the future. For the first time in a long time, I was actually excited for my future. I was like, this is good. This is what I want. And so anyways, it was time for me to go home, and we were both getting a little emotional, but I was trying to be strong for her. But I was sad, and she was getting sad, and I went to go give her a goodbye kiss, and she pulled away and started crying, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's gonna miss me, and I miss her. And so she started walking away. I chased after her, and I grabbed her, turned around, and bent her over and kissed her, and I told her that I'll be back, and I'll be back in like a couple days, and I had to go back to work, so I had to leave, and I told her that everything's gonna be okay, and that I miss her and I love her, and I can't wait to see her again. And I was crying, and I got in the car and I started crying as I'm driving back home, and because I missed her. I already missed being around her. And it was at that moment that I realized, why am I sad? I got her, we're in love, and I should be excited, and so I just listened to like happy, cheerful music all the way, and I was like, da, 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 and just, I went to work, and the things that annoyed me at work were not annoying me, and I was dealing with douchebags on the road, which usually pissed me off, but I was just like, fuck it doesn't matter, because you know why? I have her, and things are working out, and everything just felt right. And that's when I got a text from her. about 10 hours later. Because I had to wake up at like 6 in the morning, and I had to leave at like 10 to make it back there at like start my night shift. And so it was right around closing time, I got a text and I saw it was from her, and I got super excited because I haven't heard a response from her since then, and I assumed she was tired and she went back to sleep or whatever. But that's when she texted me saying, she sent me this long paragraph saying she doesn't want to saying that she doesn't want to be with me. And I lost my shit. I lost it. I got my car, and my roommate Alec, he asked me to drive him to work, and I was in shock. I don't know, everything, I couldn't believe it. Everything just came crumbling down in an instant. All my love, all my happiness, all my joy, my excitement for the future, my everything just stopped and ceased to exist at that moment. And I was not there. I was in shock, that's the best way I can put it. And I told Kyle, I was like, Kyle, I need you in the car with me. And he says, why? I said, Kyle, get in the car. And so Alec asked me if I was okay, and I just didn't respond, and I got him I shouldn't have driven home. I should have just given him the keys and I got behind the wheel and started driving, and then Alex said, "Are you okay? You seem pretty tense." And I just fucking let every emotion out at once, and I screamed as loud as I possibly could, started banging on the wheel, and started shaking up and down, and just like a fucking animal. I was in a pure agonizing rage, and they didn't say anything. They just looked shocked, and they were like, what the fuck? And I drove way too dangerously fast. I cut people off. I needed Kyle in the car because I knew I was not going to make it back home that night. I knew I was going to get into a car crash, or someone pissed me off. I was gonna jump in front of them and fucking beat the shit out of them or kill them. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just knew I wasn't gonna make it home that night if Kyle wasn't in the car. But because my best friend Kyle, my fucking brother, was in the car, I wouldn't have done anything to ruin his life or hurt him. And so we drove dangerously fast, music full blast, back home. And then I just cried in his arms. He went up to his house, and I called her, and I was just sobbing, and I was just losing my shit. I just was trying to talk to her about it, and she started crying, and she has this thing with her lungs where she can't hyperventilate because then she has like an asthma attack or something. So she started having a seizure on the phone, and she fell to the ground, and I can hear her seizing, and I started crying even harder, and I was scared that I did something to her, and I called her mom and I called her dad, and I'm like, please, I need to go help her. She's dying or something, I don't know. And her mom just said, call me back and for like 10-15 minutes I didn't get a response, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on because her parents weren't answering, and I can just hear her gasping, asking for help. And I called her parents, and her mom called me back and said, so Ashton, I have this taken care of, don't do anything stupid, she'll call you when she's ready. And then I didn't hear from her for a week. And I was not doing well. And then I realized, and then I was just gone. I haven't been that destroyed in a very long time. If I was suicidal, I would have done something about. I would have done it. I would have done something. I had thoughts. I wanted to, but I wasn't there. And I called my mom, and I was crying on the phone with her, and I realized that I left my computer at her house. And my mom told me we need to go get it because we didn't know if they were gonna try to steal it or break it, or we didn't know what, and that I needed my computer back. And I couldn't drive. I was basically disabled at that point. I didn't have the energy to do anything other than cry. I had a full broken heart, and I was just crying all the time. And Alec and Kyle drove me to the coast, and which was really nice of them to drive me all the way there at like 5 a.m. And then they were like, you want to go sit down at the beach? And that's where me and her were watching the sunset, and I just started crying even harder, and I just couldn't. And then my mom saw me, and I gave her a big hug, and we got in the car and drove the guys back. And on the way there, my mom was trying to comfort me, and she put her hand on my thigh like I did with her, and I was like, Mom, you need to stop doing that. You can't do that right now. And then she's okay, and then she turned on the music, and it was started playing the A Tear in My Heart by 21 Pilots, which was the song that you saw in the video. And that was just, I lost it at that point. I just fucking lost it. And we pulled over, and the guys got out and walked around for a minute, and I just sat there and cried in my mom's arms. And so my mom drove the guys back and dropped them off at the house, and me and my mom drove back to Seattle. And went and picked up the computer, talked to the mom, and told her what was happening. And so the mom put my computer out in the garage, because their garage is open, and so put it in a spot that I would know where to grab it. And Sierra left a note saying I love you on my computer, which fucked with me, because so anyways, I went there, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. I don't know what she told her parents. I don't know what was gonna happen, and they have like a bunch of guns, and I didn't know if they were gonna try to do some shit or call the cops, or I didn't know. My mom was paranoid, and she put thoughts in my head, and then I was getting paranoid, and I didn't know what the situation I was going to walk into, so I put my phone in my pocket, and I recorded it, just in case some crazy shit tried to go down. And I saw her dad, and I shook his hand, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to see her again, and thank you for your hospitality, and I have nothing but respect for you guys. And he looked me in the eye and gave me like a thing. He said, all right, I understand. And because he's a real man's man, so it was like a nod of approval. It's how I felt, because he had a lot of respect for me, because he said he hated all of her ex-boyfriends, but for me he actually has nothing but respect for her, and he likes me, and that he was looking forward to seeing me and her together. And then same with the mom. The mom really liked me too. The family really liked me, and they were really looking forward to seeing me. And when we were at the concert together, the mom told me that, though the mom and the dad, that they met at a concert. Their first date was at a concert, and they fell in love. And it felt like that's what was going on with me and her. But, anyways, I grabbed my computer, and Sierra and her mom went to go do something, because she didn't want to be there when I was there, or something like that, I think. I'm not sure. And as we pulled out, they pulled in, and I saw her. The last time I saw her was looking at me sad through the car window, and my mom just drove off. And I tried to get my mom to stop, but my mom didn't want to stop, and I was not mentally there at all. I was not functioning. And I told him, and then I just told her to stop and let me out. I need to go. I need to see her. I need to see her. But she didn't, because she was doing what she felt was right for me, what was best, and that was getting me out of there, out of sight, out of mind. Because I don't know how I would have reacted. I don't know how the parents would have reacted. I didn't know. And thinking back on it, it's probably best that my mom did that, because I was an emotional wreck. I was gone. I didn't know. I don't think I know if I would have reacted. I probably would have just cried, and I would have tried to hug her, and I don't know. Anyways, she so I didn't hear from her until a week, and that's when she told me that she wasn't mad at me. That she wanted to be with me and everything. She didn't regret anything that we did, and everything was perfect, but that she needed time to heal, and that she didn't want to rush things, and she just needed her space so that she doesn't bring me down with her. And that if I just give her space, she'll come back to me. And so I did. I said, okay, I won't reach out to you, I won't text you, I won't, whatever. She left all my group chats, everything. Our friendship group that we made fell apart, and I ended up taking a week off from work because I just wasn't functioning. I wasn't well enough to go to work. And that she told me that she loved me and that she still wants me. I need to give her space. And so I held on to that hope that that's what it was. And my mind, I have photographic memory, and I relive entire days in my head, and down to every detail. I can remember smells. My phone's gonna die. Fuck. I can remember smells. I can remember everything. And let me plug you in. And so every night every day I can just relive every moment with her as if it was happening. Her feels, the touch, the smell, the taste, everything was just, I could relive it. And every night I woke up from a bad dream of me shaking awake, of realizing that this was reality, that she wasn't with me. And so yeah. And then it turns out a week later she ends up, I mean, I haven't spoken to her about it, so it could be true, it could not be, but because her supposed new boyfriend, douchebag, fuckface, Onyx guy, he reached out to me telling me that he's dating her and this and that, and he was bragging and trying to talk shit, and then blocked me. And then so it's just like, if that is true, then it's like, did nothing about us matter? Did my feelings did not matter? Or is he just fucking with me and that she was being genuine? And am I just in my head? And maybe she is still wanting to get back with me. I don't know. It's been almost 3 months now, and I've only spoken to her once, and it wasn't even it was just her saying that she's not mad, and that I've tried reaching out to her. She still looks at my TikToks. She still looks at my stories. So I know she's there around, and I see her post on her story, and so I just have to come to the conclusion, I have to move on. That what we had was what we had. And reality is, I probably just got overattached. Obsessive even. I call it love, though. It'd make me crazy, maybe. But I don't know. All I know is that every girl I've ever been with, every relationship I've had, friends and not, and relationships, I've always had this feeling in the back of my neck, back of my hair, is telling me, maybe this isn't real. Maybe this is, manipulated. Maybe one person is not giving it all. Maybe, my mind, my paranoid anxiety tells me a bunch of crazy shit that maybe this isn't what it is, and not to get too attached, and not to, even the relationships my girlfriends have passed, I really loved. I knew from the get-go it wasn't real, true love. I knew it was just a relationship. I liked them, I loved them, but it wasn't real love. It didn't feel like soulmate. It didn't feel I had my doubts, basically. With Sierra, not a thought crossed my mind that this was wrong, that there was something I should be concerned about. Not once did I think, maybe she's using me, maybe this is that, maybe this, whatever the fuck. It felt real. It felt right. And everything down to the small details, how we even share the same password for our phones, how we have the same orders at Starbucks and Taco Bell, and just the little things. Everything about it was perfect. Her eyes were perfect. Her big fucking Jew nose was perfect. her issues. She had a lot of issues. And I was in love with her issues. It's what made her. And everything was just perfect. And that's the best way I can say it. It was just perfect. And it wasn't. I guess. I don't know. It was what it was. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And I need to move on, and I need to not be so held up on her. I need to stop thinking about her. I need to stop looking at her. I need to stop. I need to pretend she doesn't exist. For my own sanity. And that's the reason I ended up moving away. I was wanting to move. Sure. Yeah, I was planning on moving. But I was going to move more strategic and smart with my friends. And because of this, I alienated my friends. I ruined some friends. I ruined a lot of good friends. I reacted bad, and I was reacting to my emotions, and I ruined a lot of good friendships because I wanted to be left alone, and I wanted to be hurt. I needed to feel my pain, and I ruined friendships that I shouldn't have, and I'm so fucking sorry I did that. And I understand if they don't want to come back. I know I wouldn't. But I made those decisions. It wasn't right, but I made them. And I made my bed and I gotta sleep in it. And I hated driving on I-5 every day. I hated seeing the things that me and her did. I couldn't even go to my happy place. My happy place I would go to in the park. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't go to my mom's house for comfort. I couldn't listen to my songs that I like listening to. Everything I did, because I was so open with her about, was just reminding me of her and not having her. And I haven't even been able to listen to Nickelback. And I love Nickelback. I haven't even been able to listen to Nickelback since this. I hardly even listen to 21 Pilots, and they're one of my favorite bands. She introduced me to some really cool bands that I can't even listen to anymore, and I was really enjoying them. And I just couldn't keep living at that shitty job with my friends and dealing with my issues. I couldn't deal with my issues there. I had to get away. I had to get a new start. And I was spiraling so bad. I haven't spiraled that bad since I was a teenager, when I was in my really dark places. I was going back to my edgy teen years when I was going and doing some really dark thoughts, and I knew where I was going, and I knew that I was not going to end up in a good place. And so I just left my friends. I fucked them over with rent, and I lost Alec as a good friend. I love Kyle, he's my best friend, he's my brother, but I know he's pissed at me. And so I moved. And now I'm in the middle of a fucking desert working at a job that's an okay job. It's just not what I want. And I need to move on. And this video, this long fucking video, is the last piece, I feel, for me to get better. Because my OCD and knowing that these videos are on my phone, I need to delete them off my phone so I don't scroll through my phone and then see pictures of her or videos and then reminding myself that I need to finish this video. Because I was going to post this video of us going to the concert, and then I got held up with work and I didn't have time to fully edit it. And then I started editing it and I finished editing it. I was going to publish it, and then that's when shit hit the fan. And I didn't want to work on it. I didn't want to re-look at our videos. I didn't want to be reminded. I didn't want to relive those moments again, because I knew it wasn't going to happen again. So here I am, trying my best to stay as calm and peaceful and everything as possible. I'm trying not to lose my shit. I get these random bursts of rage and random bursts of crying, and people at work even asked me. I was just minding my own business and cleaning, and someone asked me what's wrong, and I realized I was deep in my head and deep in my thoughts about her, and I guess my energy or face or whatever was showing people that I was not in a good spot. And so Sierra, if you are watching this, and I'm sure you will, because I'm gonna make a sped up version of this fucking 2.5 hour video, put it on my TikTok, and I know you're gonna see it, and you're gonna click on the link and go to my channel. So if you're watching this, I do love you, but I need to move on. And I'm sorry if I did anything to hurt you or make you uncomfortable or ruin anything that we had. If it was my fault, I'm so fucking sorry. And if your parents are watching this, just know that, you know, I respected you guys a lot. And to anyone watching this, and I'm probably gonna turn comments off or whatever, I don't know. It took me a long time to want to make this or finish this, because I wasn't ready for the whiplash or the bad troll comments. I just wasn't ready for it, and I'm still not ready for it, but I know I need to move on. So anyways, I'm going to put it on the timeline of when I first met her to the end of the pictures at the end of this. So I guess you can enjoy that. I guess I'm not enjoy. I don't know. This isn't for anyone. I'm not making this for anyone. This is just for myself, to get this off my phone. And I know putting it on YouTube is kind of redundant, because it's gonna be on my channel and I'm gonna see it, but at least I have the ability to just have it in one location, and I can never click on it if I don't have to. And I could just delete all this footage. I don't even have to make this video. I was really wanting to not make this video. I still don't know if I should publish this, but this is my therapy. This is my way of working through it, and my way of coping with everything. So it's what I got. gonna drive home, cry myself to sleep, and try to wake up tomorrow fresh, and knowing that this is done and over with, and I can finally close this chapter of my life and start a new chapter, because that's what I need. Okay.
Are you gonna let me in? Hello? Hello?
2:45 and the bell went off, thank God. Many people think I'm odd, but I talk with no one and I walk alone and I avoid sunlight with a chalky tone. I get home and don't say hi, it ain't no one there. I don't care, I walk in and go right up the stairs to my room, get in bed and just wait for dark, because that's when a real show starts. Tap, 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 tap on a glass, go to piece of ass. So young and pretty, it's too bad she passed, but she comes to my room and we talk at night. She's demonic and bloody, but she holds me tight in my bedroom. With her, I'm never alone, and I kiss her cold lips until the morning come and she gone. I can still hear her voice loom, but she only exists in the dark of my room. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Tap, tap, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Tap, tap, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. I try to smile a lot, but I'm always frontin'. But I do love a ghost, and at least that's something. She don't talk much when she do, it gets cold. Usually we just lay there when we hold each other. We're lovers, we don't need others. One of my mother's cats jumped up on the covers and it scared my baby. Guess she don't like pets, so I twisted its fucking head off at the neck. Look baby, it's bloody, it's gone, it's doomed. Please, come back to the room, I do anything for thee. Don't ignore me, this is more than a sick love story. Without you I'd bring a shotgun to school, and I will if you want me to. For any reason, I hate that you leave when the lights come on, and if I had it my way, the fucking sun would be gone. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Tap, tap, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Tap, tap, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. Sometimes I kiss her, I start shaking. She slips me the tongue and it tastes like bacon. Uh-oh, something's wrong, baby's upset. She told me she was spotted by the neighbor's kid. She can't come back now cause they know our secret, unless I can make them keep it. If I do, she may come to life. Now I'm in their yard with a shotgun and knife. Cut the screen, went in and found the kid. Blew a bowl of spaghetti in the side of his head, and the daddy was next, running down the hall. I shredded his throat and he was quick to fall. Tossed the Mossberg and gripped the knife. Started stabbing the shit out of his wife. Went home a bloody mess with a job well done. Wash up, wait for my baby to come. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Baby, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. Love, I can't ignore you. In my room, do anything for you. Baby, love, I do adore you. In my room, tap, tap, go to piece of ass. I waited 2 or 3 days, 4 days, waiting for the tap, tap like always. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess. I waited 2 or 3 months, 4 months, waiting for the tap, tap just for once. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess. I waited 2 or 3 days, 4 days, waiting for the tap, tap like always. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess. I waited 2 or 3 months, 4 months, waiting for the tap, tap just for once. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess. I waited 2 or 3 days, 4 days, waiting for the tap, tap like always. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess. I waited 2 or 3 months, 4 months, waiting for the tap, tap just for once. I waited and hated this. I created a bloody mess.
Yeah, listen, I'm not a crackhead, man.